What's up, you guys? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you. How you guys doing? I just woke up. Whew. What is going on? How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday to you all. Let me say hi to the people and we're going to jump on in. What's up, Retro? First one in the house. Listen, before I forget, Retro CG, do I have a mod in here yet? Retro, I need to make you a mod. Even though I know you don't be over here like that, I need to make you a mod. I don't have any mods in here yet, but I'll drop the link later on. This weekend, Power returns, right? For those of you that like Power, who follow the Power Universe and Power franchise, Retro CG is one of the members of the TSF Entertainment Group, where we do Power over on the TSF channel. Tomorrow night, on Friday nights, we do Bel Air, and on Sundays, we do Power. So if you guys are into Power and you enjoy Power, join us for the live discussion. Again, the premiere is actually midnight tonight. It drops. They moved the date from Sunday to Friday, but we will be doing our live review on Sundays. You can catch us tomorrow as well doing our live review of Bel Air. If you watch Bel Air, you enjoy Bel Air. And then I think we're going to try to do like a little quick bit to just give you guys our first impressions of the premiere for Power. So you guys check us out over there. And Retro is the host over there, whether he want to be or not. But you guys check us out. And like I said, I'll make sure I drop that link before we get out of here. Lemon Kush, L Love, Andrea, how you doing? Hey, Mr. Grain Tan, Sharice, YBS Mary, what's going on? Hey, Tamil. Hey, Keisha. Corey, how you doing? What's up, Pam? What's up, girl? Sweetest Taboo. Pam did an update on the Shaquille. Lord, I was gonna say Shaquille. Shaquilla Robinson case on her channel last night. She does talk about more than Whitehead, and so she did an update yesterday. So you guys go check her video out. Maybe you might get some new information about what's going on with the case. It's not necessarily good news, but it's an update. And listen, that's all we can do is bring you guys the updates. Hey, Earl. Hey, Ramil. Hey, L. Teddy. I gotta call you when I get off of here too. Nicole Stevens, what's going on? Shout out. There's so many of y'all in the room. Yes, come on in. Say hi. Authentically Young, what's going on? Hey, Paul, Montrez, Fran, Sharon, So Jeff. What's up, So Jeff? And I want to say welcome to, I have some new members. This Xscape situation, have people subscribing, and I welcome you. If you are new, let us know you're new so we can say hi. We can give you a good old welcome to the channel situation. Please hit that like button as you guys come in and take a seat and get comfortable, because baby, we got some stuff to talk about. Listen, as long as y'all keep showing up, I'm gonna keep telling y'all what the Xscape women is talking about, okay? Because it is always something. Now, there's a poll in the chat. I'm gonna check the poll in a few minutes. But first of all, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into it. Woke up this morning. Y'all, my asthma is kicking my butt. I think it's the allergies triggering my asthma, and it is kicking my butt. But woke up this morning on my way to work. Melly, you ain't new, child. Shout out to my members who are lit up in green. Shout out to you guys. I'm going to have to squeeze in a members only live sometime in the next couple of days because we ain't checked in a while. We have not checked in a while, so I'm going to have to give you guys a members only check-in this sometime in the next couple of days. Sometime this weekend, we'll have to slide it in. Maybe Saturday, because my Sunday is kind of booked. It's kind of booked. But maybe Saturday we can get one in there. So anyway, so woke up this morning, and Tamika from Xscape has given her, your new Lady D, welcome. Thank you for being here and coming on down. Jump on in the conversation, honey. We talk and have a good time, so jump on in. Y'all welcome Lady D to the tribe. Y'all welcome Lady D. And so Tamika dropped her video this morning, her review and reaction to the second episode of the show. And then as I was driving to work, I got the alert because I follow Kandi on Instagram. So I got the alert that Kandi was going live, and I was like, oh, Lord, what's she going live about? And I saw that they were on CTV recommended. Oh, my baby. Tell Conscious thank you, and thank you for being here. Thank you for coming over. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a good time and stay, honey. And So I saw Kandi was live, and I saw they were going to be on the Big Tigger show, and I said, okay, so I figured it was going to be some sound bites there too. So I said, well, we'll talk about it when I get home from work, honey, because it's going to be some things. And of course, throughout the day, I see other YouTubers have dropped videos. So I appreciate y'all coming here, because I know a lot of this information y'all probably have already seen or heard, but we're going to go ahead and go through it, and we're going to talk about it over here, okay? So the first thing I'm going to start with Tamika's, thank you, Sharita, for becoming a member. Mwah! Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Go over there and check out the members only playlist. Some things over there and some story times that only members have gotten. So you go over there and check out that playlist, honey. Tracy said it's 40 likes and 102 in the chats. Can we get up to about 70, 80 likes? I appreciate you. Tracy, when you get a chance, can you drop the TSF link, please, for me? What's up, journalists? Really be for this Xscape breaking news. I see you putting that good political science agree to work. I just wish I could have brought it to y'all this morning. You know, I had to be at my 9 to 5, honey, because baby, it was dropping. The teachers are on strike in LA, Sharice. Can you do me a favor? Sharice, can you send me a article about it to my email? Do you mind sending me an article to my email about it? I appreciate that. I'm gonna look it up when I get off of here, but if you could just drop me a really quick link to my email. Hold on. Send it to this email. ReallyBthePodcast. We're gonna get to it, y'all. I'm sorry. People be in my comments like, it takes you too long to get to the T. Sorry. I'm long-winded. I talk a lot in real life. ReallyBthePodcast at gmail.com. You already got it, El Teddy? I should have known. El Teddy sweeping in from the bushes, honey. He's sweeping in from the bushes. All right, El Teddy already got it. Cool. Thank you. Oh, Lord, Jonathan. Ooh, I don't know about that. There's the TSF link again. Power, Bel Air. Check us out. Check us out for Power and Bel Air over there. And you can check out our old playlist over there. We've done The Best Man. We've done other seasons of Raising Kanan and all that stuff. So, yeah, check it out. Anyway. So, we're going to start with Tamika. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you guys that I noticed, the first thing I noticed about the Tamika situation is, oh, okay, cool, El Teddy, cool. Tamika looks tired, y'all. Tamika looks tired. Now, she said that she had been out late because she's working on some other projects and things like that, and that may very well be the case. But she looked wore down, and I don't mean that in a bad way. That's not a read. I just think that this situation is really wearing on her. She got emotional during her live. And when they did the interview on Big Tigger, she was emotional as well. So I feel like I feel bad for her. I really feel bad for her because it just feels like a lot. It just feels like a lot that's on her. And if you guys are interested in all things education related, y'all check me and El Teddy out on the Teacher Project 2.0. So I'm going to let you listen to, and it's not long. That's the reason why I know she was tired, because it's not long. And she really is only she didn't even get to the whole episode. She didn't talk anything about her sister and the revelation that her sister had a record deal. So this is how I know she was tired. So we're just going to listen to, there's a main part of this that I really want y'all to listen to, where she's responding to what Rocky said.
Hey, saying it, but that bothered me a lot, and it still bothers me, because I was trying to get with my sister way before we filmed to squash whatever beef we had, because you don't do this. You don't, you know what I mean? We come from a family where you don't tell nobody your business. You deal with it behind closed doors. But again, my sister wanted it her way. The conversation we had on camera should have been had off camera. And like I said before, because it wasn't, it's playing out now on TV. Never ever meant to say anything about that incident, because like I said, I forgave her. Nobody knew about it, but I just felt attacked. That was the first thing that came out, that get over it. Some people say, get over it. I don't know. I know I look tired, y'all. It will lift you up every time I think about it. He's gonna meet the Browns with me as well. Nitty gritty and yelling. I really feel in my heart that I didn't disrespect my mom. I was just in a place of hurt. And when you hurt and it comes out hard, it comes out loud. I was hurt and it didn't feel good. So I just had to go. I had to ride off. And I brought Ocean, my oldest daughter, I brought her because I felt like once my sister and my mom saw her, they would be like, oh, this is family. And y'all, come on, let's make up. Because I knew certain things were in my heart. I felt like certain things wouldn't have happened with my daughter there. But it was like she wasn't even sitting in the jail. Like, the babies. So I was just tripping. But then I saw a lot of DMs. They was like, did he just threaten you? Like, what are the consequences? How you gonna threaten me for the truth is tripping?
All right, so I was fast forwarding because I forgot to give my timestamp. So this is the part where I really want to get to is her response to what Rocky said. So for those who don't remember or you're not paying attention or you just forgot it, on Sunday night's episode, Rocky made a statement about Tamika saying what she said and that she needs to be ready to deal with the consequences. And I said to you guys when I did my review Sunday night, I said to y'all then, I said, was that a threat? Because I feel like he was threatening her. I feel like that was a threat. What does that mean, be ready to deal with the consequences? What does that mean? So I felt like that was a threat. And she's saying that she felt the same way. And then people were getting in her DMs saying, yo, he's threatening you. What's up? He's threatening you. So this is the part that I want y'all to hear. This is her response to that.
And I saw a lot of DMs. They was like, did he just threaten you? Like, what are the consequences? How you gonna threaten me for the truth? That is crazy. Like, y'all know y'all stole from me. And I said I was gonna stop talking about it, but don't make it seem like I'm crazy. They're going around doing interviews trying to make people think I'm crazy. If I was crazy, my mom would have had me on medicine.
And she's absolutely correct. We talked about that yesterday where Tasha did an interview and she alluded to Tamika having some mental issues and having some mental problems. And she was like, well, after my father left, Tamika has a lot of issues and she's always had a lot of issues. And I was like, what issues? What are you trying to allude to? And so they are trying to allude to the fact that this woman has some issues. And again, I feel like that's their strategy, that they're going to try to distract us from what's happening by saying, oh, don't listen to her. She's just crazy. I feel like that's what they're saying. Okay.
They go to counseling once a month. These years I was in the shadow, and I didn't mind being in the shadow. I didn't mind being in the back, cheering and rooting. I love that. But yeah, I was a little hurt when I saw my sister, and because she just was like she was letting him say whatever. I felt like that was a threat.
My name come up.
You and Rocky stole my money. Mama didn't say nothing.
I'm sick of being called out by Tamika. Yeah. When you scream somebody's name, you gotta deal with what come with it.
So I'm just trying to figure out.
So that's the threat. When you scream out somebody's name, you got to deal with what come with it. To me, that's a threat. Now, again, I don't know. That's a threat.
Consequences. So I'm waiting on the consequences to see what those are for telling the truth. I know he got something coming because I don't know if y'all watched R&B Diva.
Now, this is where she's getting ready to tell the story that some of y'all have been talking about with R&B Divas, right? She's getting ready to tell the story. Now, we know that down here on YouTube, they don't like to use the pow word. She is going to say the word, but, we're going to try to talk over the song. I don't know, child.
Confrontation where on R&B Divas, he got into it with Nikki Gilbert's husband, and I was told, allegedly, I took that for Kandi, that he pulled a gun on her husband. And after that, it was no more R&B Diva. And I heard Nikki say that she talked about the situation online, and she was saying that her husband's life meant more than that show.
Now, I heard the same thing. Y'all have told me that. I did not watch that season of R&B Divas. I forgot I watched any of it, but I do remember I watched season 1 because I remember Kiki Wyatt being pregnant and her husband arguing, and I remember excuse me, I remember Monique and stuff. So I do now remember that I watched season 1, but I wasn't doing YouTube then. I wasn't reviewing it. So it was just like any other show. I watched it, but I didn't watch season 2. Or the season that that Tasha was on. I never did. I didn't see the season that Angie Stone or anybody was on. So I didn't see any of that. Okay.
So, he's known to be a bully. He's known to pull guns out. He pulled a gun out on
Oh, she said it now.
This guy named Lawrence, this producer. And Lawrence he had to go to the hospital and he had a stroke. So,
So now she's talking about another situation, another incident where allegedly he pulled a weapon out and I guess caused the guy to be so upset that, because she said she didn't say he was hurt like it was an assault, but like I guess he got so upset or his body reacted and they had to take him to the hospital. So
sister husband, he's a bully. He's a bully. If y'all ain't figured it out by now, he's a bully. So I'm just trying to figure out what the consequences are, Rocky. What are those consequences? And you're not going to threaten me like you threatened them. You definitely not going to pull a gun out like you did them. Because guess what? My God, don't play with. But anyway,
okay, so that's kind of what I wanted y'all to hear. As far as that's concerned, we're going to get to the interview because a lot more was said in the interview. But let's just kind of dissect that for a second. DeMille, yes, R&B divas. What to my recollection, it was Carlos and Todd. To my recollection, was it Carlos and Todd? I don't remember. I know Carlos and Todd did the show out in California with Countess Vaughn, but I don't know if they did R&B divas. Lady of Virtue, I got some sleep, I got some rest, but my asthma is still bothering me. I'm debating about whether I'm going to go to work tomorrow because walking, I got winded coming down the steps. So I don't know. I'm trying to decide because my asthma is bothering me, really bothering me. Yeah, they did Hollywood Divas. I don't know if they did R&B divas. They did Hollywood divas. I don't think they did R&B divas. But don't quote me on that because I don't know. BB Lawson said, yeah, they did Hollywood divas. Hey, what's up, Miss Gigi? Pam said, Rocky gonna make all the people that can't stand him come forward. Listen, that's what, remember, allegedly a couple of months ago when that woman said that they were having an affair and she pregnant by him, remember she did try to say, oh, her Instagram got hacked. And we all said, damn, try nobody hack your Instagram because don't nobody care enough to hack your Instagram and lie about Rocky. And then she came back later and said that she was telling the truth, that her and Rocky did have a relationship, but she was scared. And that's why she changed her story, because she got scared. And again, alluding to Rocky threatening her. She didn't say it in those words, but that's pretty much what she said. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Gemini. That was Nikki Gilbert. Right. Nikki Gilbert and wasn't it Nikki Gilbert and was it Faith or Kelly Price? Because Kelly Price was the EP of the LA franchise, right? Wasn't she EP on LA that first season? Yeah, Faith. I thought so. I thought Faith was the EP on it as well. Right. Stay home if you're not feeling any better. Plus, you can come back on here at midnight and chat with us. Nah, see, Lauren, he was trying to get you in trouble. So listening to that again, you can hear in her voice she's tired. If you could see her face when she was talking about Rocky, she's very empowered. I think that Rocky probably doesn't want to mess with her because I feel like, because she was like, I want to see him threaten me, and he's definitely not going to pull out a weapon on me. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like, because this is a family situation, I really would hate to see it go deeper than where it is, but I think it's going to. I just think it's going to go deeper than this. Because Rocky seems like the kind of person that's not going to back down from the insinuation. And Tamika, and Natasha is going to support whatever he comes up with. Let me look at the, before we go into the interview they did this morning on the Big Ticket Show, let's look at the poll. The poll, let's see. My question for you guys was, do you think Xscape will ever perform as a whole again? 35% of you said yes. 65% said no out of 104, 105 votes. You guys, I personally I'm gonna tell you what I think. And this is just me, child. I think money talks. I think money talks. I think that Kandi learned a long time ago how to deal with Tasha when it came to getting the bag. To me, Tiny gets along with both of them. I think if Tamika and her sister can get to that place, then I think they can come back together and make some money together. But at this point, it's going to come down to the sisters relationship. Because Candy's thing is, I don't trust you, and I don't trust you. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Willie Brown, how you doing? And let's talk about this interview. I will say this: the more they talk, the less likelihood it is that they're going to resolve everything. Because the more they talk, the more business they put out there, and the more they say. And honestly, it becomes harder and harder to walk back from those things. I think it becomes harder and harder to walk back from it. They've been going through this for years now. It's just being aired out publicly. Well, no, so Jeff, Kandi and Latasha have. Tamika and her sister, remember what Tamika has been saying, and according to Tiny and Kandi, Tasha has allowed her sister to get away with all of this. She's always backed her sister up, no matter how wrong she was, no matter how bad it affected the group. She always had her sister's back. This is the first time that Tamika has stood up against her sister like this. So this isn't the same as what they've been dealing with behind closed doors. Because what they've been dealing with behind closed doors is the Kandi Tasha drama. But Tamika and her sister, that's a little different. And I think that's where the difference is. But I've been seeing a lot of people agreeing with me, child. I need to bring Ayana out of retirement and see if she can fix this child. I don't think Kandi will do it again. She's alluded that we ain't seen nothing yet. It's actually worse. She's hoping they show everything. Yeah, Tan, thank you, because we're gonna get to that right now when we get to this interview. I'm wondering why she's so jealous of Kandi. It's unhealthy. Well, the thing is, according to everybody, she never liked Kandi. It was something about Kandi from the beginning. It wasn't like they were friends and then they fell out. She never liked Kandi. But here's the thing. I think it goes back to her self-esteem. I think it goes back to people can recognize talent, and people can say what they want to say about Kandi. You don't have to like Kandi, but you can't take away that girl is talented. And we only know what we see. Who knows what conversations they were having behind closed doors? Who knows what types of things were happening behind the scenes to show Kandi's talent? Songwriting, maybe arranging, being able to vocally arrange, seeing things, being able to hear. Like, we don't know what was going on in the studio, but they said that Tamika never liked Kandi. And who knows what the hell? Maybe Kandi flirted with a guy she liked. Maybe Kandi dated a guy that she liked. You know what I mean? We don't know. But they said that even before the group became popular, they said Tasha never liked Kandi. So it could be something as simple as Kandi was dating a boy she liked. And you know what I mean? It could be all kinds of stuff. Money talks for Kandi seems over. She said this is the same thing Tasha did back in the day. Told promoters Tasha ain't that. Yeah, we about to get to that right now. Tamika's a Scorpio. Once we explode, it's over for the relationship. That's how cancers are. Listen, as a cancer, I put up with a lot, but baby, when I'm done, I am so done. I am so over it. Funny on Xscape's last show, Tasha apologized because she needed Kandi, but now but that's what Kandi said, that she's doing the same thing that they did before. Go to Larry Reid Live. For what? I need to go to Larry Live. All right. Let's listen to the Big Tigger interview. Let me get to that. Kandi is a Taurus. Oh, she's stubborn as hell. My daddy a Taurus. Woo, them Taurus, baby, them bulls. All right, let's get into it.
Saw me somewhere and took a picture with me. I do not know her.
So, okay, where are we? She's clearly not here. She's clearly
the sound is a little low, so I'm definitely gonna let you guys know as we go along. But the sound is a little bit low because of the way it was filmed. This isn't the actual radio. This is the behind the scenes. Somebody taping it in the thing.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
He's working on this gospel solo project.
So, are y'all on speaking terms? Are y'all talking? Are y'all what's going on?
Ooh, that was a straight.
Oh, that's
straight.
great.
That was a straight.
Okay, I'm on the tier with Big Tigger.
I'm just gonna be honest and say that she and I never really communicate. I'm gonna speak for myself.
Okay.
We don't really communicate. We haven't really communicated in months. I mean, on the show, I guess we, it was a lot of arguing when we were filming during the summer.
And it shouldn't have been. It should have been a better moment than what we experienced on the show. I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is just a gimmick for the show." This isn't a gimmick. Like what y'all seeing taking place right now, this is real life. We're not trying to promote no show.
Right.
This is like real life that's happening. That what I'm saying, that sisters are going through. Sadly, but to set the record straight, when it came to the mess about the dress, Kandi, Tiny, nor myself said anything about the dress. We actually thought she looked really beautiful. My sister looked beautiful in her dress.
She did.
She did. So and then to say that the memo wasn't given, Tiny had a conversation.
What? Yeah. Me and her had a conversation the night before. We was just reading rehearsal, and she asked me what
Dogging me out.
wearing.
Dogging me
What
out.
everybody was wearing, and I told her,
Dogging me out.
I just told her that Tamika had a red dress because I was like, Kandi has rose gold. I have on like a clear crystal type dress, and Tamika has a red dress on. She was like, red dress? She's gonna stand out. It's gonna look a mess. We're not gonna look cohesive, and we're not gonna look like a group, but whatever. And I was like, well, maybe we can get her to change her dress, but I don't know. Tamika's stubborn, and she may not want to change because they say she's not so good at it. And then I asked her, I said, well, what color do you have on? She said, I'm wearing gold. I said, oh, well, damn, we might need to make Tamika change her dress, but I don't know. So the next day, I guess, her and the stylist, because I told him, I said, Tasha's wearing gold. So he was like, dang, Tamika gonna stand out. Let me see if we can get her to change her dress. So Tamika comes in my room, and she has on a dress, the same color as us. And I'm like, oh, wow, you changed your dress. I didn't think they were going to get her to do it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Tasha comes out with this green dress. And I'm just like, T, you told me you had a gold dress on. She was like, well, I thought it was, but it has gold stuff and this. And I'm just like, okay, got it. But we didn't mind. We at that time, we were being honored. So it really wasn't about the dress. It didn't matter.
Anything, we just kind of hate that the whole dress situation kind of overshadowed. At the end of the day,
But I just think that maybe she shouldn't have said I didn't get the memo because that was not true.
You know what? This might be the wrong one. Hold on. You know what? This is the wrong one. Thank you, because this is the wrong one. Hold on, y'all. This is the wrong interview. Hold on.
singing your parts, the same. Like your sister parts too. It's like,
Plus, you had to leave a message because me and Tamika don't have a phone number, so.
I'm so sorry, y'all. That was the wrong interview. My bad. That was from last year with the dress. Oh my gosh. Because I was like, I don't remember them talking about the dress. And I'm just listening. It was the wrong one. I'm sorry. All right, y'all, let's go. My bad. My bad. The people in the comments, if you're watching this on the playback, I got it. I know. It was the wrong interview. My bad. We're going to get the right one now. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
Right. She changed her number on us.
Tiny, you got the number?
Tiny just got the number a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
So
reaction.
Oh,
to
I just hate the fakeness. Like, stop trying to make it seem like you trying so hard to, you know, like throughout this show, like everything she be saying in these interviews, it's gonna be contradicted as you see the show play out.
Right.
Like you see her on the show, you know, on Now she says, "Oh yeah, I thought it was a great idea to do a tour with SWV." But as soon as she got with us on the show, she was like, "Yeah, I don't know if I want to do it." Yeah, I don't know, but
that message.
it's like, girl, bye.
Response as soon as we get back. Xscape is here with the Big Take Morning Show.
Me? You want me to come up live?
Intricate
part
at their, oh, we're gonna talk to this. We never said that. I didn't have somebody who kind of understood the business to kind of keep things intact. You know, we just never had that. I was the
Tasha, I mean, the group will be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if you could sit down and talk to them and say anything to them, what?
All right, so the first part was Kandi saying how none of them have her phone number. She changed her phone number, and the only person that has the phone number now is Tiny. And that's because she texted Tiny a couple of weeks ago when they were promoting the show, when they were out in LA promoting the show. She was having a listening party for her album, and she texted Tiny to invite her. And then she said to Tiny, "Oh, yeah, you can let the rest of the girls know, too." Tamika does not even have her sister's phone number, and you're going to hear her address it on the interview. You're going to hear her address it in the interview. Now we're listening to her, to Latasha, sending a message to them, because Latasha was on the Big Ticket Show yesterday. We listened to a little bit of that yesterday. And so now this is Latasha addressing, he asked her, you know, do you have a message for your group mates? They're going to be here tomorrow. Do you have a message? So this is Latasha responding and sending a message to her group mates.
You even say, what's the conversation?
When we talk about our legacy, and we think about the fans, let's really keep that in mind and not get so caught up in self. I mean, I'm talking about me included. You know, It's like when you think about how many people have talked about how we got them through with the music, how a lot of people just come to me and say, you know, I was going to take my life. So this is deeper than just us having this on the surface, you know, and we just got to get past it. At the end of the day, I think that we will.
Tiny.
Well, I mean, I can say that we've had plenty of sit downs.
Exactly.
That's tons of them. But most of the time when we sat down, she didn't really want to talk. She was like, I got to pray about it. Or, you know, it was always something. So we could never really get to, you know, the real issues. Because she would always just cut it, you know, like, I just don't have time.
Morgan said, if they don't have Tasha's new number, how was business ran down to her? That's part of the problem. They said that there is no business. They're not doing shows together. They're not cohesive. You see, they're promoting differently. They have not done an interview together for this show. If they have, show it to me. I have not seen them do an interview where all four of them are doing an interview at the same time, for the exception of the red carpet where they were promoting the show, 2 weeks ago. I have not seen them do a cohesive, and they said that there is no business. They don't talk.
I guess whatever her and Tamika was going through, she was saying, we haven't talked.
Okay, so you get mad, right? You're not going to come to work because you mad? You're not going to come to work because you mad?
No, you're not messing up.
It doesn't matter about, you know, you have family problems. That's just an excuse. You know what I mean? That's an excuse. You're not going to stop working because of that unless you got other intentions.
I mean, you pretty much seen on the show when we was talking about, we was trying to talk, she was like, I'm ready to go, or I'm going to pray about it. And, you know, that was...
She does have a gospel album coming out. She relied on
Yeah.
They were on Kelly Clarkson together, and they're going to be on J Hud together. Okay.
I think we spending a lot of time talking about Tasha, for real. Like, at the end of the day, you know, like Tiny said, every time we did try to have a conversation, she never really wanted to talk. The only time she will talk as if her man is around. Like, she won't really communicate with us. It got to the point where she wouldn't even let the business people talk to her. Everybody got to go through her people or go.
So she said that the only time she talks is if Rocky's around, and she does not do any business. They have to go through Rocky to do any business. So I guess the J Hud show and Kelly Clarkson went through Rocky. I guess that's what happened.
Whatever. Like, so
you can't have a business and not communicate. Like, it doesn't make sense. We don't have the telephone number. Why you say it's about communication, but you change your number? And then my mom tells me, oh, I can't give you her number because she needs her piece. but we still have a business to run. You know what I mean? I can understand.
So the mama won't give Tamika her sister's phone number. And I can understand that now. I do understand that. If Tamika say, Mama, don't give that girl my phone number, then don't give her my phone number. But again, you can't come down here talking about communication, and they don't even have something as basic as your phone number. Like your phone number, girl. You can have 2 phones if you want to have a personal line and then a business line. They can't even get your business number.
Right. She said she need her piece. I said, okay, whenever she's ready, then she can give me a call.
Sisters, and we definitely had our arguments in the past. I will always have their numbers.
Yeah, she changed it and won't give it to me.
So let me ask this question. As someone who's been hanging out with you around from record 1.
Okay.
It's disheartening to see this play out publicly in general. And I want to know from you two first as a group, if there is a way to fix it and what needs to happen, and then you, Tamika, y'all are related. You know what I'm saying? Like your sister, that's your blood. Is there a way to fix the relationship with your sister? But with Kandi and Tamika, like, what is there something specifically that can be done to fix the relationship?
Me and her, we have probably the best relationship at the group. So, you know, I mean, yes.
I'm sure you got the number yesterday.
We could always have a sit down. We're always willing to sit down with her. It's not like we're like, oh, we won't sit and talk to you, Tasha. That's not the case. Her and Kandi have always had this thing between them. And I think they could cordially work together. I know they'll never be on the same page and just be like lovey-dovey. I don't get that from them,
right?
Because I thought they could, but they showed me different.
Yeah, I personally feel that the thing with me and Tasha, like I'm very much fine with us being cordial and handling business. I think the last thing that happened, which has not played out on the show yet,
and this is the part that they Gary talk about. I lost my train of thought. I just got something. This is the part that y'all were talking about where Kandi alludes to something else happening on the show that we still have not seen yet. And of course, we know she can't speak to it directly, but you're going to have to kind of read between the lines. I got to listen to what she's saying and read between the lines.
It really bothered me because I don't feel like I trust her and her man.
Girl, give us the tea, girl. What happened?
You'll see when it play out on the show. Like, I feel like when it comes to business, I don't trust them. You know what I mean? And it's hard for me, like, to be able to say, oh, I want to do shows with you, because now I got to think every time we do a show with you, y'all have a side deal with the promoter or something like that.
So she didn't told it. She basically just told it. She said, I don't trust you when it comes to business. Some stuff we found out later on in the show. And then she said, because I don't want to have to worry about you always trying to be cutting a side deal with the promoter every time we do a show together. Well, she didn't told it, y'all. Kandi just told it. Now, she ain't told us the whole specifics of the situation, but it sounds like, according to that, it sounds like Rocky was out here dealing with these promoters trying to make side deals. Now, if you rewind and go back to when all this stuff first happened back in June with the lady of, you know, when they got the award and the whole dress on the carpet and everything, Kandi said the same thing back then. When Natasha said about them not doing shows together because she couldn't trust the promoter. Remember when she said that the promoter threatened her husband? Y'all remember that? And Kandi was like, girl, stop playing. Your husband was out here trying to make side deals. She said in so many words, but she said it. Okay. So, y'all, this is...
So it's just like, side deal. I don't trust it.
Well, and here's the thing. Like, he's her manager. So, like, even though we may have put a manager in place, he's still always, you know, dealing with her stuff and, you know, speaking for her and whatnot. So I think that's what she's saying, that it just seems like it'll be a hard thing to pull back because, you know, no matter how we position business, like, you know, he's always gonna be her go-to person.
Wait a minute. Jonathan. Wait a minute. Jonathan. You did not put the Mary Jane girls in the same conversation as the Supremes. Jonathan says, so that means it's over. Goodbye. Xscape. It's fine. We lost the Supremes and the Mary Jane girl. I'm so sorry. That tickled me. Oh my gosh. The Mary Jane girls, though. Oh, y'all get on my nerves.
And they involving himself in our business.
To me, these are family.
Yeah, this is family.
This is where Tamika gets very emotional. Okay?
This is really hard for me, y'all.
I mean, I can imagine. I can imagine.
Before we started filming, I tried to sit down with her and talk to her. She don't want to talk. It's like, what do you do when you call and she didn't want to amend it. She already had an agenda before she did the show. For her to tell Tiny, oh, I'm going to turn up on them. Like, who is them? Me and Kandi, what you turning up on us for? Like, I haven't done anything. And that's the crazy part because I have put myself out there. You know what I mean? And y'all make me mess up. I'm looking like a scarecrow when I finish. But it's hard. You know, I'm constantly praying and, you know, I'm just waiting for God to tell me what to do. But I'm still going to love my sister. I still pray for her. I even pray for her husband. Even after forgiving them, I still pray for them.
What's your mom say?
I'm jealous.
She said her mama's still saying she jealous, girl. She said, Tigger asked her, what is your mom saying? And she paused and she started crying again. And she said, my mom said, I'm jealous.
Wow. I'm jealous.
Your mom says that you're jealous? Wow.
That's not cool.
It's hard. It's hard.
I'm sorry, girl. That's not cool.
I mean,
Tracy, screen record it. Tracy, screen record it. Girl, screen record it for me. I can't do two things at once. Pam.
Develop on this show. People are going to form opinions and take sides, unfortunately.
Yeah, but as a mom, I'm supposed to be a mediator. I got 2 daughters now. If they go about it
I can't answer.
It's one last part I want us to hear, y'all.
Great in your own right. Like, you're both amazing artists, great women, women of God. Like, you shouldn't feel less than ever, and should never make anybody, even your mom, make you feel like that. And I'm sorry you haven't dealt with that. That's not okay. And you have every right to be in your feelings and emotional about it.
I don't see a way around. You're saying to sit down is possible, but it ain't never gonna be what it used to be.
Every time we had a conversation during the filming, it was an argument. We never had one conversation through the whole time where it was like peaceful.
Yeah, I mean, we can get far because she.
And the big thing for us is just owning up to what we're doing. Just being grown women. We are grown women. We're not puppets. We don't need nobody to speak for us. Our husbands, before we were married to any of our husbands, we were Xscape. So to not respect us as business women, and we got to talk to your husband who's done a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? To a lot of stuff that we've all forgiven for, and have to continue to deal with this is not fair to us. None of our husbands are involved. Our husbands got their own stuff.
I get to talk to you again.
I'm sad that we're at the place that we're at. Again, having known, all of you 20 plus.
Tasha and her husband probably paying all their mama's bills. Yeah, with Tamika money.
It just bothers me to see us at this point. I'm sure it bothers y'all to be at this point.
Yeah.
Not you. Really? You're over it?
I am over it because it's just like a constant, back and forth. It's never could be peaceful for too long. And then I'm just going to keep it all the way 100. I felt like it was even more drama because she knew that she had her solo project coming into the show. I felt like that's why she was giving us her behind the kiss. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, it was like history repeating itself, Like when she thinks she don't need us, then she be extra like, yeah, I don't want to talk to her. Yeah, I'm this, you know what I mean? But it's like, for what though? Like you can do your solo project or whatever you got going on and not give all this extra attitude you giving us right now. And we didn't even know coming into the show that she had this deal happening. Oh. We found out.
So they found out during the show about the solo deal. She didn't sit down and talk to them. She didn't let them know what was going on. They found out on the show about the solo deal. Shout out to the 280 in the chat. If you guys could please hit that like button as you come in. Come on, take a seat. Hit that like button.
During the show, but what I'm saying is that the same way she did years ago when she got the solo deal and would start acting crazy with us, same way she's doing now. I that's just my personal opinion. Now it's like now she's saying, "Oh no, I want to be back." But it's just like, yeah, but when you first got that deal, you was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do these shows. Her people told us they'll let us know when she's available. Oh. So it's just like, why do you come on?
But not even just that. Her husband was going to promoters.
This is the part I want y'all to hear. This is the last part I want y'all to hear. So they said that she was not available for shows. She told them, you know, her management told them when she was available, she would let them know. They couldn't book shows because she wouldn't tell them when she was available. But listen to this last part.
Saying last year, oh, Tasha's not available. I mean, you could try to get the up three, but it's no escape without Tasha because she's Beyonce of the group. Like several promoters have come back and told us this, trying to stop our paper. So she didn't want to do no shows last year because they had a point to prove. I don't know why, but to do that, this is who you want to manage you, the person who's dogging us out, saying we can't go on without her. But God had blessed us to get it together, and we've been doing shows with us three, and we've been killing it. We've been rocking it.
The truth is, the promoter that they fell out with, he actually decided to take a chance on the three of us because everybody was kind of scared after hearing, you know, the backlash. They were, oh, it ain't no escape without Tasha. So
and Rocky told you the same thing.
Yeah, he did. He was like, I don't know how y'all think y'all gonna do it without Tasha. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be able to replace Tasha?
You call him then.
But I mean, you know,
I know Kay would have gave him
you
a word.
Start stuff.
So that's the last part I really wanted y'all to hear. Tamika has the whole thing on her Instagram. It was on the Big Ticket Show. After that, they do start getting into, you know, other projects that they have going and other things they have going on. But what I want to say is this. And all of this is this, we heard this information back in June when, like I said, the whole dress incident happened. What they're saying is remember they fell out with the promoter because there was a relation that they were friends with the promoter and they fell out. And that's when Tasha said that the promoter threatened her husband and why would she work with a man that threatened her husband? Well, that same promoter is the promoter that took a chance on them to perform as the 3 instead of the 4. And what I want people to understand, I know a lot of you guys do understand this, people who are in the music industry or have been around it. It's not as easy as it seems when you were a part of a group and you are no longer a part of a group. It is not as easy as it seems to get promoters to take a chance on you because they have to sell tickets. And so the question that they have to ask themselves, can I sell tickets for Tamika, Kandi, and Tiny without Latasha? Can I sell that group? And so the promoter that they said, shout out to the promoter who took a chance on us being the 3 of us and not the 4 of us. And that's what Rocky, it's according to this interview, it sounds like that's what Rocky gambled on, is that promoters would not book them with it just being the 3 of them and not being Tasha, and that he could have that leverage, right? Pam and Jonathan said a little bit earlier, some of the other people in the chat might have said it as well, and I might have missed it. When this gospel, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say when. If this gospel album flops, I think she's going to be a lot more open to a conversation because I do think that she has put all of her eggs in this solo basket. Here's the reality of the situation. You can do both. I think we are all at an age right now. I think we're all at a point right now where everybody does have other interests. And I think if you were honest with them and sat down with them and said, look, y'all, I have another opportunity to do a solo album, and I really want to make it happen. I know it's kind of coming at a bad time because it's coming around the same time that we have this SWV momentum and y'all want to do the reality show. Listen, I'm trying to do all of the above, right? So let's see how we can figure this out and work it out. But that's not how you, in my opinion, that's not how you handled it. And now this is where we are. It's going to humble her real quick. Oh, go on, spiritual gangster. I like that, spiritual gangster. I watched a video about her. Wait a minute. Hold on. I watched a video of their Atlanta show and they killed it. I've seen video of the three of them and I think I enjoyed it as well. Devontae, well, somebody said Devontae. But that's what I'm saying. The thing is this, because somebody said that they booked with JoJo without Jodeci without Devontae. Again, you guys, it is different. Like that's like booking JoJo without, that's like booking Jodeci without JoJo. It's not that people won't do it. I'm not saying people won't do it. I'm saying that promoters are taking a chance. Promoters make money off of selling tickets. That's just that. Promoters make money off of selling tickets. That's why, let's go down the line. For my people who are new, this is how we do. We're about to take a history lesson. We're about to learn a little bit of history. But for the people that, y'all know me, y'all know how we about to do. Shout out to the 295 in the room. Please hit that like button. Maz, where my numbers looking at? So let me think about it like this. If you guys ever saw the Motown movie, everybody loved the Motown movie. The Temptations movie. Everybody loved the Temptations movie. We love quoting the Temptations movie. If you remember on the Temptations movie, remember when the Temptations left Motown? Why did they go back to Motown? Who remembers why they went back to Motown? Anybody? Pop quiz. Anybody remember why they went back to Motown? The Temptations ended up going back to Motown because Motown owned the name Temptations. Motown owned the name. They couldn't perform as the Temptations. They had no what's the word I'm looking for? They had no the word is escaping me. They couldn't go out and promote themselves because the reality is nobody even knew who they were. Nobody know Otis, Melvin. They knew them as the Temptations. And that's the thing about Berry Gordy was very shrewd. If you pay attention to a lot of the groups that were in the Berry Gordy, the Motown clan, pay attention. A lot of them said when they went to Berry Gordy, they already had a name. And then Berry Gordy would rename them. The Primes were the Temptations. The Primettes were the Supremes. Like, they went to Berry Gordy with a name. Berry Gordy would rename them because then he would own the name. He did it with the Supremes. When Florence Ballard got her solo deal, she could not use the word Supreme anywhere. She couldn't use it in any type of advertisement. They couldn't put on the album former member of, nothing. She could not mention the word Supremes. Same thing with the Temptations. Same thing with Martha Reeves. They didn't own the name of their groups. And so I say all that to say this. Fast forward, people can tour as Xscape all day long. But we as consumers have now become a little more shrewd. And we know the people now. We know Latasha, Tamika, Kandi, and Tiny. We know who they are. And promoters know who they are. Nowadays, they have a theater here, the Fillmore, right outside of DC, where they have all these oldies but goodies acts. All the time. They always have the Spinners and the so-and-sos and the so-and-sos and the so-and-sos. Child, you never know who on that stage. You just know they singing the songs that you like. Because you don't know who's on that stage. Because somebody owns the right to the group, the name, and they just put 5 people on the stage and let them sing the songs. And so, I say that to say promoters know that the consumers are smarter now. You're not going to accept 5 women or 4 women on stage singing "Who Will I Run To?" Who can I run to? And understanding You want Tamika, Tiny, Latasha, and Kandi. That's who you want. You don't want somebody on stage singing right here. You want Coco, Taj, and Lily, whatever. New Edition, a couple of years ago. Why do you think that New Edition fell out, 3 years ago, and they were touring under a whole different name? Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike. Yeah. BBD plus Bobby Brown, child. Yeah. BBD plus Bobby Brown. Remember they were touring under the name R something, 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 something. It was like their initials or something like that. And they were in the process of a legal fight because Ralph Tresvant and Johnny Gill owned the name New Edition. And it was a legal fight. And that's why they couldn't tour under the name. They couldn't tour under the name New Edition. Because Ralph Tresvant and Johnny Gill own the name. Now, how in the hell they let Johnny Gill come in and buy their name? I don't know. What Retro say? Hold on, let me scroll back up. Lord, I just don't understand why she thinks she can have a successful solo career now 20 years later when she didn't have it back then. This negative energy and dream girls that she did the Dina Jones attitude. Exactly. And the thing is this, right? We don't want 3 random women singing bills, bills, bills. And that's the thing. But see, people could get away with that 20 years ago because 20 years ago, they weren't marketed individually. They were the Temptations. They were the Spinners. They were the OJs. You know what I'm saying? Johnny and Michelle have been the only successful add-ons replacements of our time. What's up, Mims? Uh-oh, Mims about to get y'all. Mims said it's 300 people watching, but Mims about to get y'all. He about to say it ain't enough likes. I know what Mims about to say. Mims about to say it's not enough likes in this chat. I didn't know Johnny and Rob got together to trademark the name. Yep. And I think they've worked it out now, but it was a legal battle. That's why you guys remember about 2 years ago, maybe about 2 or 3 years ago. It was before the Bananarama. It was before the Bananarama. Remember, they were touring. They even released a single under, it was like RB, their initials. It was something weird, and everybody was like, what is this? What is this new edition group? But that's because it was illegal. It was a legal battle over the name. Why y'all think Prince fought so hard for his name? Only 150 likes. Oh, come on, y'all. Can we get up to 250 likes? Can we get 100 more likes in the room at least, please? I appreciate y'all that hit the like button. I appreciate y'all that did. We having a good time over here. It's a free way to support the channel to steal my boy Mims' term. It's a free way to support the channel. I appreciate you guys. I don't ask for donations, but I do accept them, okay? But you could just, a free way, you could just click that like button. Yup, Rob and Johnny bought New Edition, but the other guy said, will be, that's it. Thank you, Gemini Diva. It was RBRM and collect our checks and not pay y'all. Exactly. Thank you. I couldn't remember what it was, but yup. And I think they even released like a song under that name, RBRM. And then that happened before the Bananarama, before the shutdown. And then during the shutdown, they figured it out. They worked out whatever they needed to work out legally behind the scenes. And now that's why we're getting this New Edition tour. Now all of them back on tour. You see, all of them are back on tour again under the name New Edition. They worked it out. They'll be here the 25th in Detroit. I was going to go to the New Edition show, but when I saw the prices of them tickets, and then I still want to, at the time I was trying to see Janet Jackson and New Edition, and I was like, these tickets are too much, and now I'm not seeing either one. Listen, in my lifetime, I have seen New Edition more times than I ever need to see them again. I love them dearly, and if somebody called me and said, I got a ticket, and do you want to go? I probably would still go. But please understand that in my lifetime, I have seen, New Edition was my first concert ever. The first concert I ever went to in my life was New Edition and Force MDs. They were here at the DC Convention Center. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I have seen New Edition. I've seen every variation of New Edition. I have seen BBD. I have seen Ralph. I've seen Johnny. I've seen Bobby. I have seen them all. I mean, I grew up with Johnny. not person. I'm saying he grew up here in DC. I've seen Johnny at the rec center. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good. I'm not mad at Janet. I'm saying me personally wasn't paying those prices to see. I've seen Janet 3 times. I'm good. I love her, but I'm good. I just wasn't paying these prices, y'all. Everybody trying to make their money that they done lost in the last 2 years because of the shutdown. And it's all good. But I wasn't paying to see it. Me, personally. Your first concert was immature. Oh, Lord, KK, I know I'm older than you because, child, immature. I love the Force and D's. Me too. I paid $350. You paid $350 for them Janet tickets? Okay, girl. What about Beyonce? I'm not a Beyonce fan, Kelly. I'm sorry. I hope that means we can still be friends. But I ain't never paying to see Beyonce. I'm sorry. I'm just, I ain't never paying. So at this point, y'all, we have 4 more episodes. Kandi told us that it's 6 episodes. Now, the other question that they asked was, do you think there'll be a season 2? Tika asked that later on. And Kandi said that she ain't even interested. She said, I didn't even want to do this season. I really don't want to do season 2. But one thing we do know about Kandi is Kandi about her money. And if Kandi feel like she's gonna make some money, Kandi will make some money. Now, Kandi ain't the one I'm worried about not doing a season 2, and that's the truth. And I hate to say it like that because I ain't saying that Kandi would just do anything for money. But I think if Kandi can film for 5 or 6 episodes and make a bag, Kandi gonna make a bag. That's my opinion. Kandi gonna make a bag. But at the end of the day, I just think that I don't know. Do I think that Xscape can find a way to coexist and perform? Yes, I do. Do I think it'll be like a major tour kind of situation? They ain't gonna be friends. I don't even know how the sisters come back from this, because let me tell you why. First concert was Uptown, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, Father, Let Me See, Heavy D, Man, I'm Old. Oh, I remember that. I have that live album. I have Uptown live. Remember MTV used to do that Unplugged? I still have that. Well, it's not an album, it's the CD, child. I still got the CD, right? I still have all my CDs. I threw away my tapes. I threw away my cassette tapes, but I did not throw away my CDs. I still got my CDs. Xscape will be good. Tasha, get the chip gone. I could see Bravo rotating groups, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. If there's a season 2, SWA. No. If there's a season 2, it'll be just Xscape. What I can see is, I feel like I feel like they need to do maybe a 4-part series with Iyanla. I keep saying that. I think Iyanla, I feel like a 4-part series for Iyanla. That's how I feel. I feel like we could have the first episode can be the whole group. Let's talk about the whole group, right? What happened, what went wrong, where the breakdown was, right? I feel like episode 2 could be Tasha and Kandi. Let's put it on the table. Let's be honest. Let's give the issue. Let's put it out there. And then episode 3 and 4 would be, well, no, maybe episode 3 would be the sisters and the mama. That might have to be a 2-parter. But I don't know. They could probably edit it down to 1 hour, right? Then the 4th episode would be all everybody coming back together and seeing where we are now, going through some exercises and stuff like that. I really feel like Janae said our community grained Iyanla. We did too much. Iyanla did say I'm out of here. She did say I'm sick of all of y'all. Iyanla did say she was sick of all of y'all. She did. She said she's sick of all y'all. But I feel like if we could do something like that. But here's the problem. And for those of us who watched Iyanla, we know that this was the problem. Here's the problem. You have to be honest, and you have to be ready to be honest. You have to be ready to receive the criticism. You have to be ready to look in the mirror, see what's there, and then work on fixing it. And I don't think they're there. I don't think they're there as a group. I don't think they're there as individuals. Because here's the thing. I'm not going to put everything on Tasha. I'm not going to sit here and act like Tasha is the only villain and everybody else were angels. I feel like all of them are equal. No, equal isn't the word. I feel like all of them have done something that needs to be processed and they need to maybe work through. I believe that. I do believe that because none of they were kids. We're talking about 4 kids. They got together when they were still in high school. They toured. They were young. They made mistakes that young people make with money. Now, they weren't billionaires. We know that they weren't billionaires, but they had access. They had money. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like all of them need to be ready to be honest about what happened. Now, do I think that Tasha might carry the brunt? Maybe. You know, but they have to be ready to be honest. And part of the problem is that mama ain't ready to be honest. Yeah, equal ain't the word. I pulled equal back. I pulled it back. But that mama ain't ready to be honest. Tasha ain't ready to be honest. You know what I mean? I think Kandi's ready to be honest. I think Kandi is ready to put it all out there. I do. And I think Tamika is now. I think Tamika is ready to be honest about it. I think she is. But I just don't think all parties involved. But I would love to see it. I wish Ayanna would do TV specials occasionally like Barbara Walters used to do. My problem, and I think, and I'm gonna speak for Ayanna when I say this, because she said this, she did say this, and her biggest issue was when they started overproducing the show and they kept bringing these reality TV people in to create TV. And her thing is, I'm not here to create TV. I'm trying to help people, and I'm not here to create TV. And I think Shay Johnson, I think all of that was just too much. It was just too much. And she was like, I'm not here for that. You know, I'll deal with attitudes from real people who are really trying to deal with real issues. But I'm not here to make a reality TV show. That's not what I'm here for. And she was over it. She was definitely over it. But Bravo would do the same thing. So Jeff, Bravo would do the same thing because, again, if I'm producing a show, then I'm creating a show that's going to get ratings. Ayanna wasn't tripping over ratings. She was trying to help people. And sometimes those two things don't mix. Apparently, Tasha's husband threatened her, and he has a history of threatening people. Who you talking about, Kelly? Who did he threaten? I want to sit down with Mama Joyce and Mama Scott. Oh, Lord. When she had that man holding all them baby dolls. Right. That's what I'm saying. That's when she was really doing, like, real stories. That man had 50-something kids. She was really doing some real stories. You see, when they brought them on the show, they had to rent a compound. They couldn't even rent a house. They had to rent, like, a compound out for all them children and the baby mamas and everybody to be there together, child. Oh, yeah, Kelly. Yeah, we talked about that. Anyway, y'all, let me get ready to get out of here. I think somebody says tonight Chasing Dallas night. Tonight is Chasing Dallas night. No, Tracy, no, I'm not doing the members only review. I'm not doing a live review. Yeah, we already, Kelly, go back to the beginning, baby. We talked about that too. we did Tamika's video first. Maybe Ayanna will go to BET and televise it. I think Ayanna's done. I really do. I don't think it's a joke. I think she's done. Now, what I did see on her Instagram page, if you go to Ayanna's Instagram page, she is still doing work, but she said without the cameras. If you go to her page, she does have an advertisement on her Instagram page. If you are interested in having Ayanna come and help you, I think she even uses the word fix your life. I think she even uses that term, fix your life. But she said if you are interested in having Ayanna come to your home to work with your family or to work with whatever without the cameras, she's still doing it. She's just not doing it for TV anymore. Now, will they maybe do stories, like you said, like Barbara Walters type specials? Maybe. But I think she really is over that. Why they just told Lamar live that Tasha K dragged him on his ass. He knows she dragged. Listen, if I knew that she dragged him, he knew. that she dragged him. He not stupid. He a lot of things. And you ain't gonna sit here and tell me that he don't have his ear to the ground. He knew she was dragging him, child. All right, y'all, we get ready to get out of here. First of all, I want to thank everybody for being here. I think we got to 300 people in the chat. So shout out to us for having 300 people to the chat. If you could please hit the like button if you haven't already. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's a free way to support the channel. And baby, we have a good time over here. I am going to do a really quick video and ask you guys, because I'm thinking, you said the Braxtons broke Ayala, child. Well, it's 300 of y'all in here. I'm going to ask y'all. Now, I wasn't going to, look, New Edition live now. Ronnie DeVoe is live now on Instagram. Okay, my bad. I just came to Instagram to see what if he was still live. I guess he ain't still live no more, child. I wasn't going to review this Queen's Court show, the Holly Robinson show over to the Peacock Network with Tamar, Nivea, and Evelyn Lozada. I wasn't going to review it, y'all, because y'all know I just wasn't going to do it. But 2 out of the 3 women on the show then got engaged. Now, it might all be for show, and that's fine. But now I think I'm a little curious as to what happened down to this show that these 2 women done got engaged. Tamar done got engaged, and Evelyn got engaged. Now, I do find it very curious that they both got engaged around the time that the show was premiering, because the show premiered today. Now, I do find that curious that they got engaged within 2 to 3 days of the show premiering. But I don't know. Would y'all be interested in talking about it? Would y'all be interested in talking about it? No. Jessica says no. Tamar been made to hush her trauma under her carpet. It was her father who abused. Kelly, you don't know who did it. I mean, you might know. I don't know who did it. Let me say that. You might know. I don't know. How they announced an engagement before the show even fully aired. Okay, I see a no. I see a yes. Oh. That's why I said, Kelly. That's why I said you might know. That's why I said you might know. I don't know. But you might know. So that's why I'm, Kelly, I don't know you. I don't know who you know. I don't know who you know. No, don't do a review. No. Okay, I see more no's than I see yes. All right, then. Well, I might check it out. And if I feel like talking about it, then we'll just talk about it, child. Not interested in anything Evelyn is involved in. That's why I was like, I'm not interested in this. Okay, fine. I see a lot of no's. Then cool. Because if y'all ain't going to watch them, ain't no need me doing a review. If y'all don't care, y'all ain't interested. Now, I might still watch the episodes and then let y'all know if anything interesting to discuss. But okay. Tamar's making a mistake. Her fiance is a known sugar daddy. Oh, well, ain't nothing wrong with a sugar daddy. I'm looking for one. I'm looking for a sugar daddy. Okay? If I'm looking for me a sugar daddy, because he's a nice looking sugar daddy. He's nice looking. She could do worse. I mean, she was married to Vince. Ciao. All right, y'all. Let me get off of here, and I appreciate y'all for being here again. Please hit that like button on your way out the door, and I will talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.